the NFL. And we'll get a look here at DJ Chark. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Ravens and the Bucs, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, week 2 of the season. Greg, as you get the season going, you want to get that first game under your belt. Now, it almost feels like all the buildup is past. Now we're looking ahead to this long marathon of a regular season.
Absolutely, and this is really where you fall into the pace of the NFL season. All off-season, no matter how hard you try to say, all right, week 1 is just 1 of 17. That's not the case. It is different, Mike. You have all training camp, all summer, all spring to prepare for one opponent. Well, now that game is over and done with, and you get back to work on Monday, and you're going to play again in 6 days. The team that is able to turn the page to the next game week after week, those are the teams that handle the grind, the marathon, as you called it, of the NFL season, and here we are in week 2.
So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. They're led out by the man who won a national title at Alabama. Quarterback's the former first-round pick, Mac Jones.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win. Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Jones to throw. This pass is caught by Cade Otton for a first down. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
The throw on the run is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the gun, it's Jones. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down. Throwing is Jones on 3rd down. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the 1 interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. But if he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and the lead is now the bizarre score of 2-0.
Well, Mike, I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. I mean, for a safety to be the first points of a ball game is pretty uncommon, but a great job there by the defense, capitalizing on the field position and coming away with the 2.
Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Irvin. Yeah! And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Shotgun now for Jones. A throw right side. Going to be taken in by McMillan.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Jones going to try and throw on 3rd down. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
That is fielded at the 20. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Ravens offense ready for their 2nd possession. They trail by 2 and will start this drive with 1st and 10. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So, they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline. It really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there? And I know it's zone.
Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
It's a big one for the Ravens. 36 yards. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free.
Still 1st down.
On play action, here's Jackson. That is caught by Chark. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside.
You are X.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bucs offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with first and 10. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing, Jones. A short one there to Otten. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Buccaneers first down. On the ground, it's Irvin. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. Second and 7. Now, Jones. In trouble, and down he goes. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. A give. This is Irvin. Well, this one is in reverse again. They're going to lose more yardage here, and it's going to bring up fourth down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming.
This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got him backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa! Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. And special teams changes the momentum. Right after a 3-and-out, you think you're getting the ball back instead. Not just a turnover, Greg, but a touchdown the other way.
Yeah, and you can just see their body language. The wind has come out of their sails. The offense is fired up. Great job, defense. You force a 3-and-out, and you got your helmet on, you think you're about to take the field and get a possession. Next thing you know, disaster strikes. Not only the turnover, Mike, the scoop score, and they take it back for 6.
Off the play fake. Jackson. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch signal and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Bucs offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. No chance at all. He'll go down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On the handoff, it's Irving. He's got some space past the 20. Bucky Irving. Inside the 10. And he is gone. 91 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense going to take over just before the half. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with 1st down. That's caught downfield by Harrison. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout, and the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down. So we've reached halftime here, and the visiting Buccaneers have the advantage. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg.
And instead, why don't we get right back to it, as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The 3rd quarter begins with a run. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. That's on the tackle, Jawan Taylor.
Still 1st down.
Now, Jackson. To the outside, he's got Harrison.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now he'll run. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action now. Jackson. Pass brought in by Chuck. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. Now he takes off. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket and he's able to pick up the first down. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A run now on 2nd down. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Throwing Jackson. He pulls it in around the 5. He is in. Touchdown, Ravens. And how about that? His first career catch also becomes his first career NFL touchdown.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The Buccaneers offense ready for it there. First possession of this 2nd half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Irving. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Jones. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback.
It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away. First and 10.
Go.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He'll take this forward for about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
13.
To throw is Jackson. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. Now a give on the ground. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. They face second down and 7. Back to throw, Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones.
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Jones operating out of the pistol. And the reception for Chris Godwin. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Jones to the air again. Get this complete right side to Otten. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Hey, middle.
Out of his end zone, Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
They'll go with a counter on first down, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the tight end, Likely. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He runs with it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
That's good for another Baltimore Ravens.
Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
DC, ready?
Ball
DC.
down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Here's a run, going left. And he will score again. Touchdown, Ravens. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year. Point after now from Tucker. He's got it. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Buccaneers offense ready to... They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. That's caught. Trey Palmer. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. That is caught. He got Godwin. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. Jones now on 1st down. A pass pulled in by Irving. Here comes 2nd down. Again, it's Jones. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. This crowd trying to be a factor, getting very loud now. It's 3rd and 5. That is caught at the 3. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Again, they'll throw with Jones. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Shotgun now for Jones. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. They send Godwin in motion. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season. And that'll do it For my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.